So I just walked in on this one. We've got 2003 manufactured carrier. The one that had the bad heat exchanger problems. And there was a limit fault in place when I walked in. And I heard the inducer squabbling at me as she fired up. So this is a no-brainer. Change out the filter boot to a 20-inch. Same size furnace in here. Just 80,000. Put a base underneath it. And he's talking to his wife to see if that's the direction we're going to go. Just got back from a service call. Owner said somebody was there last night, looked at it, thought it was the blower motor. I walked in there, 17-year-old carrier unit, the one that's typically got the bad heat exchanger. I did not see a problem there, but I heard the inducer motor chattering and the blower motor smelled like burnt electrical. Just based on what furnace it was and the problems there is with it, I talked him into a new furnace. So we're putting in the N95 ESN 080-1716, which is basically the same furnace that's in there, but the model that replaced it in today's world. So my day and night equipment is identical to Carrier and Bryant in today's world. ICP is the manufacturer bought by Carrier's parent company in 1999. In today's world, ICP is identical to Carrier and Bryant. So I measured it up. Furnace is 35 inches tall. The sheet metal above the existing furnace, same size as my furnace. The existing furnace is 40 1/4 to the concrete. I'm going to put a 5-inch base underneath it so I can remove the bottom and suck my return through the side and the bottom. So that new filter is going to be 20 by 25. It's hard to write looking through the camera. So I use stock boots now. I used to make all these to fit. There's a 20-inch boot. Gonna have to take 3 3/4 of an inch off the top to get that to fit. Right there we got 23 inches. So and the other thing we got is ABS pipe, and I use PVC, so we're gonna need to change. Go from ABS to PVC with the 2-inch rubber. So I'm going to make that box and we're going to head back to the job. Probably only been an hour since I walked in there, and we'll be back on the job by noon and probably have that job done by 3 or 4. See what happens. Doing a drop-in cap in the bottom of this base that we're putting that furnace on. Pittsburgh seam. Looks like that. It's got a male and a female. The female part's made by this machine over here. It's called the Pittsburgh machine. Got my 8-foot brake there. And we make this out of 24 gauge, which is probably just 1 gauge lighter than the furnace, so it supports the weight of the furnace itself. And then the drop-in cap that we put on that. A little cross brake. This is going to be the inside, so we want the cross brake going up on the inside of that. So we put a nice little bend in case when the furnace fan comes on, we don't want that boring up into the furnace. So just put a nice little cross brake on there to help strengthen that so it doesn't move when the furnace fan comes on. Drop-in cap is just, we got, probably can't see my lines there. We got our drop-in cap there, ready to go on. Just going to spread these corners a little bit. basically a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. And this cap is made just like 3/32 smaller than the actual thing we're dropping it into. Goes a little easier with 2 hands. You get it. And then we take the snap lock tool, just bucket it, make sure it's all the way down. Button it in. This boot off. It comes with a 6 5/8 throat, and we had to be down to 3 3/4 stock boot. Started buying. Just got to bend the drives on it. That's it. Customer, we'd be there around noon. It's 11:30. We got to hit the road. We were just getting going on this. We're going to check the low voltage wires. Make sure we know how those go back on. Shut the gas off. What do we got down here? So, just 2 hooked up. That one's disconnected, whatever it is. Probably the air exchanger, maybe. So all we got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wires from the stat. We got a blue C, a G, Y, R, and W. Then we got our 2 wire from the air conditioner, going to Y and C. And we're going to get this baby tore out. Shouldn't take too long. We got this tore out now. All we got to do is slide it out, screw the boot off of there. Plenum should just pick right up. We got to disconnect our pipes. I marked our intake there and our exhaust. Looks pretty scorched here, burning really hot, predominantly because they only put a 16-inch filter on it. So we're getting rid of that 16 by 25 and putting on a 20 by 25. So she runs cooler and our static pressure will be lower. It's all tore out, swept up. Just gonna check this coil. Coil's clean. Looks like it's pitched nicely to the front right here like we want it. Don't have to do anything there. Gonna pull that bottom out of there, flip it up, and mount that base underneath it. Your Bryant pane in any ICP, including my day and night. All the 90 plus furnaces come with these rubber bushings that are supposed to go over this one. This is your intake. It's got the stop in there. And then the exhaust, you're supposed to glue a 10-inch piece, a 2-inch, whatever you use, PVC or whatever, and then put this rubber coupling on here, which is silly because I was running into this joint never glues up right, and then I saw the new house guys were just sticking the pipe right through there and deleting this, which is the way I've been doing it ever since, because that's just a useless part of the equation. So we put these foam pieces on here and screw it to whatever hole you use for your exhaust in your intake. Tracing the hole for the boot. You get a flush on the bottom, flush on the back. Hack that out, bring the furnace in, screw the boot on, jam it in place, gas wire, and vent, and we'll be out of here. About 3. Of course, plastic blade on there, so I'm going to change it out for the fine to cut through this cabinet here. Yank that out. I'll jam that in there. Okay, go ahead. Okay, screwing our pads on. One in the corner, get the 1/2-inch drop-in cap with a little bit of pad sticking out to keep us off the ground. So our drain fitting on this one is just going to come right out this side here. There's our trap. Just stick that through there. Pop that on. Grab your pliers. Get that on nice and close to the trap. And then pull this guy through here. If your boot was on this side, then you would have to use that gray tube that travels, get you back to the other side that comes with the parts bag. Okay, that's all nice there. And then our exhaust is going to pop out here. It comes from the factory pointing straight up. So we just need to get this put on there. I'm not going to screw that on until we get our pipe through there, so I know exactly where it needs to be. That's loose, so it should come off. Just spin that. straight with the side, tighten that clamp, and we're ready to go out the side with that. And then we'll probably just come right in the top here with our intake. And I always put a drain on the bottom of the intake so it doesn't, in the summer months you get water down your intake for some reason, so we always put a drain on that. Now we don't want to be filling up this cabinet and running down onto our blower motor or board.
Get on the concrete a little bit.
Okay, now we just gotta figure out our gas.
Right in.
High voltage is done. We pop a hole on that right side for our low voltage to get into the bottom.
Yep.
Here, hold this light. This gas. We'll put the union outside the cabinet, which you have to do. Put it as close as we can so it won't interfere with that filter. So we got to get from our ABS to our PVC. I'm thinking we're gonna, let's see, the exhaust will come out. $90 up, 45 over, 45 up. And then we'll put our drain on the bottom of our intake now. That'll just go onto that with a maybe a street 90 and pop right down into that guy. Yeah, that looks good. We got to get a rubber coupling, so we'll hack it about there. This is our intake, dropping right in the front. Glue this up. Okay, pause that. We're just wrapping up the venting here. Make sure you get this guy out of there. Short piece of pipe. $10. Spin that till it grabs. Then we just got a couple more pieces of pipe. Do like a 3, 3 and 7. Which one was the long one? The top
This,
one.
yeah, the 7. Yep.
Let's see, I need cleaner on one end of both. Seven goes up.
Yep.
And that's it. So we're going to set the fan speed here. We found, for the air conditioning, we found our furnace and 0.5 static, and we come down and pick our airflow. We're going to move the gray off of there and put the yellow for cooling. Corey's got the drain lines all tidied up over here. The AC is the black one. Got the drain from the intake tying into the furnace. We got a breather so it doesn't mess up our pressure switch. Yeah, nice and neat. Okay, it's 2:45. We got our pitot tubes ready to go for our static pressure check. I think we got a 1-2 going on, don't we? Yep. Okay, she's gonna fire.
Starting. 2 off the go.
Check our temperature rise, static pressure, and do a combustion analysis.
There she is.
Gas pressure.
Into the water column.
That's a little high there. about what you get on here on a new furnace, about 75. CO air free there. It's got to be less than 400. Gas pressure 3.48. Return air is 68 now. Where are we going to check our? Right up there. How are we going to get that to stay in there? Piece of tape. Just trying to get a supply air temp somewhere not right above the heat exchanger. The 70s are max. What was our return?
68, you said, right?
68. Okay. Let that warm up a little bit. Why don't you go ahead and shut that gas valve, and then we'll check the static. Need to cut this air exchanger into our new boot. No, they're right here. Which one's that?
Top one.
Top one?
Yep.
0.17.
And the bottom one.
That's real nice. Low static 0.46. Looking for less than 0.5. So you got lucky 2 jobs in a row.
Yep. 23 for the bottom.
We got that cheap fiberglass filter in there. If we were to go and put that pleated filter in there that he was running when we got here, anything pleated like that, that bottom number of 0.3 would jump up to 1.
40-degree rise.
What's that at up there?
118.
118?
On. Yeah. 116.
116.
68 to 116.
Could actually turn that fan speed down if we wanted to. 17. Here, shut that guy off, put these back on. Well, we'll get one more when we get it all buttoned up here. Okay, we're just doing one last check here. We dropped the fan speed. We got our combustion analysis here. The fresh air intake that was dumping right down here where it froze up our drain line, so we kind of stuck it around the back and let it run a little bit. Throw that last door on. Can you flip that bucket over so we can see what's going on?
Oh. 110.
$68, $30, that's $42. What were we at? 40 before, right?
Yeah.
Probably gonna warm up a little bit. Let me get a picture of this.
Well, here, can we get the bucket out of the way?
Yeah. You're in there.
Sorry.
Not that I mind, but
Well, with them wide angle lens, I'm sure you can get anything in there.
I still got you. Alright, yeah, dropping that fan speed will get that air coming out of the vents a little bit warmer and get that temperature rise up a little bit. We got the job done from, I think, what time we get here? We left
Noon.
home about noon and we're here, it's 3:10 and the job's complete. So it went real well and we're real happy with it. Thanks.